This is a podcast all about Bears. You either cheering for this team or just pulling your hair. I like to take a minute, just sit right back and tell you how I became the #1 Bears fan.
That boy is Benny Hunter.
Cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic, cake on the mic. People, this the intro. Sacramento, California, born and raised. And Antelope is where I spend most of my days. Talk bad about my team, you must be a clown. This is Keek on the mic, so you know you better bear down. Bear down.
Hey, what's going on, Bears fans? Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Keek on the Mic, the podcast all about the Chicago Bears. Like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. So this episode is probably going to make a lot of you guys mad, but I definitely wanted to come on here and have a discussion about this scenario, something that happened during yesterday's game, a big call by the refs that changed the outcome. I wouldn't say changed the outcome of the game, but it was a big call by the refs that took away a big play from Justin Fields. So the report out of Chicago is this: Vikings defender admits refs screwed Justin Fields on pivotal play. Obviously, the Chicago Bears lost to the Minnesota Vikings yesterday, 29-22. But there were some bright spots for the Chicago Bears. One of the biggest bright spots for the Chicago Bears is that Justin Fields had a very good game. Not only was Justin Fields making plays with his arm, he was also making plays with his legs as usual. And Justin Fields was the catalyst of helping the Chicago Bears get out of the 21-3 hole that they got themselves into early in the loss to the Minnesota Vikings yesterday. But obviously, when you look at every single game, you know, teams miss on opportunities, and that was the case for the Chicago Bears. Yesterday, the Chicago Bears missed on multiple opportunities. If it was drop passes by Dante Pettis, missed tackles by the Chicago Bears defense, the Chicago Bears missed on several big opportunities. One of the biggest ones coming early in the fourth quarter on a 2nd and 11, where on the 48-yard line, where Justin Fields took off on an amazing 52-yard run. And I know that you guys all saw this play where Justin Fields was juking people left and right, and it turned out to be a 52-yard touchdown, but unfortunately, the refs took it away from an illegal block in the back by Ihmir Smith-Marsette. And obviously, people were so mad at Smith-Marsette, not only because he had that illegal block in the back, he also had that costly fumble at the end of the game when the Bears were driving to try to tie the game and hopefully send it to overtime. So people were all over social media yesterday after the game saying, oh, we need to cut Smith-Marsette, this and that, he sucks, blah, blah, blah. Well, Bears fans, I'm here to tell you that let's give this young man a break, because after reviewing this play, it clearly shows that Smith-Marsette did not block Vikings cornerback Cam Dantzler in the back. He blocked him from the side, and I'm going to show you guys this play in a couple of minutes, but this was an absolutely terrible call by the referees. And they totally messed up on this call on Smith-Marsette. But the thing that made it worse is that he blocked him from the side, but the cornerback, Cam Dantzler from the Minnesota Vikings, did a very good job of selling himself and falling to the ground to make it look like Smith-Marsette blocked him in the back. And to make this even worse for Chicago Bears fans, even the announcers in yesterday's game even said that the Minnesota Vikings defender flopped. So I'm going to show you guys this play. I have a video of it, and be prepared to be really, really frustrated. Let me show you guys this clip real quick.
But watch him. Watch Dantzler right here. Watch him. He feels it. He just throws his arms up. Right. He's drawn a penalty.
Wow. Obviously, you guys are probably having the same emotion as me. Obviously, when I saw this clip after the game, obviously, when you watch the game, you're so emotional, right? You don't think right away, but when you get a chance to go back and watch these plays, you're like, wow, there was no way in hell that was a illegal block in the back. And I truly feel for Smith-Marsette, because that was a huge play for the Chicago Bears. That's a huge play for Justin Fields, and it was a huge play for the Chicago Bears offense, and the referees absolutely messed that call up. And I don't care what anyone says. There was no way in hell that was an illegal block in the back. To add to all of this, Brad Biggs of the Chicago Tribune spoke to Marsette and Cam Dantzler of the Minnesota Vikings about the play, and their answer says it all. Check this out, Bears fans. Marsette said he flopped, and then while Cam Dantzler said he was blocking me, and I sold it pretty good. I was in a pretty tough spot. Wow. Wow. What a horrendous call by the referees in that moment of the game. And this was a play that could have possibly changed the game for the Chicago Bears, right? You score a touchdown. I think it was 21-19 at that point of the game. You score a touchdown, right? You go up 26-21. Of course, the Vikings score. They get the extra point, right? They get the 2-point conversion, I mean. But then it's only a 29-26 ball game. Maybe things change. Maybe the Bears go down and they kick a field goal, but obviously that wouldn't have happened because Marsette did have that costly fumble. But you never know how that play would have changed the game, right? So what a horrendous call by the referees. And like I said, this is a play that could have possibly changed the game. Doesn't mean the Bears would have won, but it could have definitely changed the game. Not only that, you took a huge play away from Justin Fields. And what a play it was by Justin Fields. If you haven't seen that run, obviously you guys probably all seen that big run by Justin Fields, but it was an absolutely huge play for him where you're like, wow, what a play by Justin Fields to put his team on his back and make a huge play for his football team. And I'll say, I said it before on the podcast, but I'll say it again. These NFL refs have to be better, and the league has to hold these refs accountable when they make a call as bad as this, and you can't allow players to sell a foul, right? Refs have to pay better attention. They have to do better because once again, this was an absolutely horrendous call by the refs. So NFL, you have to do better because seeing stuff like this does frustrate you as a fan. When it doesn't go your way, obviously Vikings fans will say, oh yeah, it was a block in the back, but it was absolutely not a block in the back. Not only did our player say it wasn't a block in the back, Cam Dantzler of the Minnesota Vikings said it wasn't a block in the back. And even the announcers that broadcast the game yesterday said it wasn't a block in the back. So referees need to be held accountable when they make mistakes. Rather it's fining them or telling them, hey, you're wrong. I know it doesn't change the outcome of the game, but they need to be held accountable when they make mistakes. Because that was absolutely a huge call right there that took away a huge play from the Chicago Bears and Justin Fields. Before I let you guys go, how do you guys feel now seeing the clip and reviewing that play? How do you guys feel about that call the refs made that took Justin Fields' 52-yard touchdown away from him? Let me know down below in the comment section. Before I let you guys go, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to catch all Bears content right here on the podcast. Make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. And make sure you share this episode of Geek on the Mic with every single Bears fan that you know. But other than that, I'll be back for an all-new Bears podcast right here on Geek on the Mic. Thanks, guys, and bear down.
You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic. You can go and subscribe cause I be on it right. You ain't bout it, you ain't bout it, you ain't kick on the mic.